Welcome to my channel. Picture this. A kid wakes up before the sun. While the world is still asleep, he's already grinding, already chasing a dream nobody else believes in. He's tired. His body aches. Every step feels heavier than the last, but something inside him won't quit. That something is hard work. Not just a word, but a way of life. Let me tell you about someone who grew up with nothing handed to him. No silver spoons, no easy breaks. Just a burning desire to rise. Teachers told him he was average. His environment said he was limited, and friends sometimes laughed at his hustle. But here's the twist. He didn't let their voices define him. Instead, he let hard work write his story. Long before success came knocking, he was already putting in the hours nobody saw. Hard work isn't glamorous. It's not about overnight success or luck. It's about the relentless grind, the late nights, the early mornings, the times you push through pain and exhaustion. It's waking up every day and deciding you're going to do more than yesterday, even when you don't feel like it. That's the challenge. The world loves quick fixes and shortcuts, but the truth is, nothing worthwhile ever comes easy. Here's where most people stop. They see the struggle, the sacrifice, and they turn back. What if you leaned into it? What if you made hard work your weapon instead of your burden? That's the game changer. When you choose to outwork everyone else, you build something no one can take away. Discipline, resilience, and an unshakable confidence. Listen closely. Hard work levels the playing field. It doesn't care where you come from, what you have, or who doubts you. It rewards those who show up, who refuse to quit, and who are willing to pay the price. When you commit to grinding daily, you're not just chasing success, you're creating it. Now, here's my promise to you. If you decide to honor hard work, if you make it your lifestyle, doors will open. Opportunities will find you. You'll become unstoppable because your effort becomes your edge. The struggle will no longer be your enemy, but your greatest ally. So, get ready, get hungry, embrace the grind. Ease a foundation for everything you want to build. Hard work is not a one-time event or a quick fix that suddenly changes your life overnight. It's a lifestyle, a daily commitment that requires showing up and putting in consistent effort every single day. When you understand that hard work isn't about short bursts of energy or occasional bursts of motivation, you start to see the bigger picture. Real success is built on the foundation of relentless persistence and steady progress. It's about doing more than you did yesterday, even when it feels like no one is watching or the results aren't immediate. The biggest mistake people make is thinking they can work hard only when they feel inspired or when conditions are perfect. That's not how hard work operates. Hard work demands discipline, and discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It's the grind before the glory. Yeah, I was spent behind the scenes when no one else sees. This lifestyle requires you to push through distraction, fatigue, and self-doubt requires you to push through distractions, fatigue. It means committing to the process, knowing that every small action compounds over time. When you make hard work a lifestyle, you stop chasing shortcuts and quick wins. You accept that mastery and growth come from repeated effort day after day. You understand that skills are built through practice, knowledge through study, and strength through perseverance. This mindset keeps you grounded and focused. It keeps you accountable to yourself because you know that your future depends on what you do consistently, not occasionally. Not occasionally. Consistency is key because hard work is cumulative. Think of it like planting seeds. Every day you water those seeds by putting in effort, by learning, by pushing yourself a little more. Some days you'll see progress. Other days it might feel like nothing is happening. But if you keep watering, eventually those seeds grow into something bigger, something that can't be ignored. This is the power of a lifestyle built on hard work. It creates momentum that carries you forward, even when motivation fades. Part of adopting this lifestyle means embracing routine. You develop habits that support your goals. You create structures in your day that make hard work automatic rather than optional. Maybe it's waking up early to get a head start, setting specific goals for each day, or dedicating time to skills that need improvement. These habits create a rhythm, and that rhythm builds stability and progress. Hard work as a lifestyle also teaches patience. It reminds you that meaningful results take time. It helps you resist the temptation to compare your journey to others or get discouraged by setbacks. Instead, you focus on your own path and your own growth. You understand that while others may be looking for instant gratification, you're investing in long-term success. Another important aspect is mindset. Viewing hard work as a lifestyle means changing how you think about effort. It's not a punishment or something to avoid. It's a choice and a privilege, the means through which you shape your destiny. This mindset shifts your relationship with work from something burdensome to something empowering. You start to see challenges as opportunity to prove yourself and improve. Living a hard work lifestyle also builds confidence. Every day you show up and do the work, you reinforce your belief in your own abilities. You prove to yourself that you're reliable and capable of handling discomfort and adversity. This self-trust is critical because it fuels further effort and keeps you moving forward when things get tough. Finally, committing to hard work every day positions you to take advantage of opportunity when they arise. Because you've been preparing consistently, you're ready to perform at your best when it counts. You're not waiting for luck. You're creating your own luck through preparation and effort. This readiness comes only from living the hard work lifestyle, where persistence and dedication are non-negotiable parts of your daily routine. Success isn't handed to you on a silver platter, and it definitely doesn't happen overnight. It's a process that demands pushing through pain, exhaustion, and doubt. The reality is that every person who has achieved something meaningful has faced moments when their body wanted to quit, when their mind questioned if it was all worth it. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't that they didn't feel tired or doubtful, it's that they kept going anyway. Pain and exhaustion aren't just physical, they're mental and emotional as well. When you're grinding day after day, the initial excitement wears off, and what's left is hard work. That hard work is uncomfortable. It tests your limits. It pushes you to places where you have to make a choice. Give in to the temptation to rest and take it easy, or push through and get closer to your goal. Choosing to push through that discomfort is what separates champions from the rest. Doubt is one of the most dangerous obstacles you'll face. It sneaks in quietly, planting seeds of what if I'm not good enough, or maybe this isn't for me. Those thoughts can stop you in your tracks if you let them. But the truth is, doubt is a natural part of any worthwhile journey. It's proof you're stretching yourself beyond what's comfortable. Instead of fear and doubt, learn to recognize it as a sign you're growing. When you understand that success requires pushing through pain, exhaustion, and doubt, you prepare yourself mentally for the struggle ahead. You stop expecting the road to be smooth and accept that the climb will be tough. This acceptance doesn't make the struggle easier, but it makes it bearable. It gives you the strength to keep moving forward even when the path feels impossible. Many people give up because they mistake temporary discomfort for permanent defeat. They see the struggle as a signal to quit instead of a necessary phase of growth. But here's the truth. Growth rarely feels comfortable. It's messy, it's exhausting, and it often makes you question yourself. If you want to succeed, you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Pushing through exhaustion also builds resilience. Every time you refuse to quit when your body or mind screams for rest, you're training yourself to be tougher. You're expanding your capacity to handle stress and adversity. This resilience doesn't just help in your current goals, it prepares you for future challenges in life. The discipline you build by overcoming exhaustion becomes a lifelong asset. Success also demands sacrifice. Sometimes pushing through exhaustion means missing out on social events, relaxing weekends, or even sleep. It means prioritizing your long-term goals over short-term comfort. That sacrifice isn't easy, and it's not for everyone, but those who are willing to pay the price come out stronger and closer to their dream. Dealing with doubt requires a shift in mindset. Instead of letting doubt control your actions, use it as a motivator. When you catch yourself thinking, I can't, challenge that thought. Replace it with I will. This mental battle's ongoing. You'll have to fight doubt daily, but each victory strengthens your confidence and belief in yourself. It's also important to have a support system when pushing through these challenges. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, who push you to keep going when you want to quit. Having others who understand the grind can remind you why you started and keep your motivation alive when your energy wanes. The stories of success you hear about aren't just about talent or luck. They're about relentless effort through pain, exhaustion, and doubt. The most successful people don't have fewer struggles. They have more determination to push through them. They understand that discomfort is temporary, but quitting has permanent consequences. When you internalize that success demands this kind of relentless push, you begin to see every challenge as a step closer to your goal. Pain becomes proof that you're working hard. Exhaustion signals that you're giving it your all. Doubt shows that you're moving beyond what you thought was possible. This mindset transforms obstacles into fuel and keeps you locked in on your path no matter how tough it gets. Hard work is the great equalizer in a world full of unequal opportunities. It doesn't matter where you come from, what resources you have, or who believes in you. Hard work rewards those who show up, those who refuse to quit. When you commit to grinding day in and day out, you create your own advantage, leveling the playing field in a way that no talent or luck alone can. It's the one factor that puts power directly in your hands. Think about it. Talent without effort often goes nowhere. You might be naturally gifted, but if you don't put in the work, that talent won't take you far. On the other hand, someone with less natural ability but a stronger work ethic can surpass those with raw talent simply because they outwork, outlearn, and last. Hard work is the force that bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. The beauty of hard work is that it doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care about your background or your starting point. Whether you grew up with privilege or you had to fight for every opportunity, your work ethic is something you can control. When you take ownership of that, you gain power over your future. No matter the obstacles, hard work carves a path forward. This doesn't mean that everyone starts at the same place or that the road is easy. Far from it. But it means that how far you go depends largely on how much you're willing to invest in yourself. Hard work creates momentum, and momentum is hard to stop. The person who consistently puts in the effort builds skills, knowledge, and confidence that compound over time, eventually outpacing those who rely solely on natural ability or chance. Hard work also earns respect. Yeah, people notice who's willing to put in the time and effort, who shows up when it's tough and doesn't back down. That reputation opens doors, builds relationships, and creates opportunities. When you're known for your work ethic, others want to be around you, want to collaborate, and want to support your journey. That kind of network can be just as valuable as talent or resources. Another reason hard work is such a powerful equalizer is that it builds character. The process of pushing through challenges, staying disciplined, and refusing to quit shapes who you are. It teaches resilience, patience, and humility. These qualities become your foundation for success, no matter what field or industry you're in. Talent might get you started, but character keeps you going. Hard work also fuels creativity and innovation. When you commit fully to your goals, you're more likely to experiment, learn from mistakes, and find new ways to solve problems. This mindset makes you adaptable and ready for whatever comes your way. In a world that's always changing, being able to adjust and improve through hard work is invaluable. The power of hard work becomes even clearer when you consider those who have overcome extreme adversity. Countless stories show people rising from difficult circumstances because they refuse to let their environment dictate their destiny. Their success wasn't because they were luckier or smarter. It was because they worked harder and longer than anyone else. Hard work gave them a fighting chance. It's important to remember that hard work isn't about working blindly or mindlessly. It's about focused, intentional effort. Well, it's about setting clear goals, having a plan, and committing fully to execution. When you combine hard work with smart decisions and learning from experience, you maximize your chances of success. Without the effort, even the smartest plans fall flat. Hard work also helps you develop confidence. When you know you've given your all, regardless of the outcome, you feel proud and capable. This self-belief is critical because it propels you forward and fuels future efforts. Confidence built on hard work is unshakable because it's earned, not given. Finally, hard work teaches you the value of persevering. You learn that setbacks aren't failures, they're lessons. You learn that progress isn't always linear. You understand that sometimes the only way forward is through grit and determination. This mindset keeps you committed when things get tough and ensures that you're always moving, always growing. No matter who you are or where you come from, hard work gives you the power to change your story. It puts you in control. It's the one equalizer that no one can take away. When you embrace hard work, you embrace your ability to rise above circumstance and create your own success. Most people quit when the struggle hits. The moment things get hard, they turn around looking for an easier path, a shortcut, or a reason to give up. It's human nature to avoid pain and discomfort, but that's exactly where growth happens, in the struggle. When you lean into that struggle instead of running from it, you build something powerful: discipline, resilience, and confidence. These are the qualities that separate those who succeed from those who fall short. Struggle is uncomfortable. It challenges everything you think you know about yourself. It forces you to confront your limits, your fears, and your weaknesses. For many, this is too much to face, so they choose comfort over growth. But comfort is a trap. It feels good in the moment, but keeps you stuck in the same place. When you lean into struggle, you're choosing growth over ease, progress over complacency. Discipline is born in the moments when you choose to keep going, despite how you feel. It's easy to work hard when you're motivated, but what about the days when you're tired, distracted, or doubting yourself? Discipline is the muscle that carries you through those days. The more you push through struggle, the stronger your discipline becomes. This strength allows you to stay committed to your goals even when the initial excitement fades. Resilience grows from facing setbacks and refusing to quit. Life will knock you down. This is inevitable. The question is, will you stay down or get back up? Those who lean into struggle learn to bounce back faster and stronger. They develop a mindset that sees failure as temporary and challenges as opportunities to improve. Resilience becomes a shield against discouragement and doubt. Confidence is a byproduct of discipline and resilience. When you prove to yourself repeatedly that you can overcome obstacles, your belief in your own abilities grows. This confidence isn't arrogance, it's quiet assurance built on experience. It's knowing that no matter what comes your way, you have what it takes to handle it. Confidence gives you the courage to take risks and push beyond your comfort zone. Leaning into struggle also changes how you perceive challenges. Instead of fearing difficulty, you start to see it as a necessary part of the process. Challenges become tests of your commitment and opportunities to learn. This shift in perspective makes it easier to face problems head on rather than avoiding them or giving up. The process isn't easy and is not always pleasant. You'll face moments when quitting seems like the smartest choice. But each time you resist that urge, you're training your mind and body to endure. You're proving to yourself that you're stronger than your excuses and fears. This internal victory builds momentum that carries you through future struggles. Struggle also teaches humility. It reminds you that success is rarely instant and that every achievement requires effort and sacrifice. This humility keeps you grounded and open to learning. When you stop pretending everything is easy, you become more authentic and relatable, which strengthens your relationships and support system. Another key point is that struggle fosters creativity and problem solving. When the easy path is blocked, you have to find new ways forward. This forces you to think differently, adapt, and innovate. These skills are invaluable not just for your current goals, but for life in general. The ability to navigate difficulty with creativity sets you apart. Leaning in struggle requires a mindset shift. Instead of avoiding discomfort, you seek it out as a sign of growth. You welcome challenges because you know they make you stronger. This mindset turns struggle from an enemy into an ally. It becomes the fire that forges your character and sharpens your skills. The people who succeed long-term understand this deeply. They don't just tolerate struggle, they embrace it. They know that every difficult moment is an investment in their future. They show up day after day, ready to face whatever comes because they've committed to growth through hard work. Ultimately, leaning into struggle is about choice. You can choose comfort and stagnation, or you can choose growth and progress. The path of least resistance might feel tempting, but it leads nowhere meaningful. The path through struggle is hard, but it leads to transformation. When you commit to leaning into struggle, you develop the discipline, resilience, and confidence necessary to achieve your goals and live a life of purpose. Your effort becomes your edge because it's something no one else can take from you. In a world where talent, opportunity, and resources vary wildly, the one thing you have full control over is how much work you put in. When you commit to giving your best every single day, you create a powerful advantage that sets you apart from the competition. This edge isn't flashy or instant. It's earned through consistent, focused effort that compounds over time. Imagine two people with similar skills. One shows up every day ready to grind, to push beyond their limits, to learn from mistakes and improve. The other puts in the bare minimum, hoping talent and luck will carry them. Over time, the difference becomes clear. The person who outworks everyone else develops sharper skills, deeper knowledge, and greater confidence. That effort becomes their secret weapon, the edge that gives them a lasting advantage. Effort also builds momentum. Each time you push a little harder or go a little further, you add to the progress you've made. That momentum creates energy and motivation that makes the next step easier. As your work compounds, you start to see results that weren't possible when you were inconsistent or half-hearted. This momentum is what turns effort into success. Your effort is also a reflection of your mindset. When you decide to work hard, you're sending a message to yourself and others that you're serious about your goals. This commitment shapes how you approach challenges and setbacks. Instead of being discouraged by obstacles, you see them as chances to prove your dedication. That mindset creates a cycle where effort fuels belief, and belief fuels even more effort. One of the most important things effort does is prepare you for opportunity. When a chance comes your way, are you ready to take it? Are you prepared to handle the pressure and perform at your best? The answer comes down to how much effort you put in before the moment arrives. People who consistently work hard build the skills and mental toughness necessary to seize opportunities when they appear. Effort also earns trust and respect from others. When people see your dedication, they're more likely to believe in your potential and support your growth. This can open doors that talent or connections alone might not. The reputation of being a hard worker can create new possibilities, partnerships, and collaborations that accelerate your progress. It's important to understand that effort isn't about mindless work or burning out. It's about focused, intentional energy directed toward your goals. All quality effort means working smart as well as hard, knowing what to prioritize, learning from feedback, and adjusting your approach. This balance maximizes the impact of your work and keeps you moving forward efficiently. Your effort also shapes your identity. When you make hard work a core part of who you are, it influences how you see yourself and how others see you. You become someone who takes responsibility, who doesn't shy away from challenges, and who consistently strives to improve. This identity fuels further effort because you don't want to let yourself down. Effort builds resilience as well. When you consistently give your all, you learn how to handle setbacks without losing momentum. You develop the ability to push through difficult times and keep going even when progress is slow or invisible. This resilience is a key ingredient in long-term success because it ensures you don't quit when things get tough. Another way effort gives you an edge is by fueling your growth mindset. When you work hard and see the results of your efforts, you start to believe in your ability to improve. This belief encourages you to take on bigger challenges, learn new skills, and push beyond your limits. Effort creates a positive feedback loop, where growth leads to more effort, which leads to more growth. Lastly, your effort distinguishes you in a crowded field. In many areas, talent and opportunity are abundant, but few are willing to put in the work required to stand out. When you consistently push yourself, you rise above the noise. Your work ethic becomes a competitive advantage that helps you achieve goals others only dream about. In the end, effort is the great equalizer and the ultimate differentiator. It's the one thing that, regardless of your circumstances, can propel you to success. When you make effort your edge, you tap into a power that's uniquely yours, one that can't be taken away, replicated easily, or diminished. That's why effort is not just a part of success. It is the foundation of it. Embracing hard work transforms struggle from an enemy into your greatest ally. At first, struggle feels like something to avoid, something that slows you down or holds you back. It's uncomfortable, frustrating, and exhausting. But when you shift your perspective and see struggle as a vital part of your growth, everything changes. Struggle becomes the training ground where you develop the skills, strength, and mindset necessary for success. Struggle forces you out of your comfort zone. Growth doesn't happen in safe, predictable places. It happens when you're pushed to your limits, when you face obstacles that test your resolve and creativity. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to learn something new about yourself, to adapt and to become better. When you embrace struggle, you stop fearing failure and start seeing it as a step forward. This mindset shift is powerful because it rewires how you approach difficulties. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? You ask, what can I learn from this? Or how can I use this to get stronger? This change in questioning turns problems into puzzles and obstacles into opportunities. It sparks creativity and determination rather than frustration and defeat. Struggle also builds character. The process of working through difficulties shapes qualities like patience, persistence, humility, and courage. These traits are essential for long-term success and fulfillment. Without struggle, you might achieve short bursts of success, but you won't develop the depth of character needed to sustain it. The people who embrace struggle become resilient leaders who inspire others. When you accept struggle as part of the journey, you develop mental toughness. This toughness is what allows you to keep going when things get hard, when others quit, or when the outcome is uncertain. It's the inner strength that helps you focus on your goals despite distractions, setbacks, or fatigue. Mental toughness is like a muscle. The more you use it by facing challenges head on, the stronger it becomes. Struggle also teaches you to appreciate progress. When things come easy, it's easy to take success for granted. But when you've worked through pain and difficulty, every small victory feels earned and meaningful. This gratitude fuels motivation and encourages you to keep pushing forward, even when the road is long. Another important aspect is that struggle fosters empathy and connection. When you face your own challenges, you understand other struggles better. This empathy makes you a better teammate, leader, and friend. It creates bonds based on shared experience and mutual respect. Embracing struggle deepens your relationships and builds a supportive community around you. Struggle pushes you to innovate. When the usual methods don't work, you're forced to think differently and find new solutions. This creativity is a competitive advantage because it helps you adapt in an ever-changing world. Embracing struggle means welcoming the unknown and using it as a catalyst for growth rather than fearing it. It's important to recognize that embracing struggle doesn't mean seeking out pain or hardship unnecessarily. It means accepting that challenges will come and choosing to face them rather than avoid them. It means committing to the process of growth, even when it's uncomfortable or slow. This commitment turns struggle from a roadblock into a stepping stone. When you embrace struggle, you also build confidence. Each time you overcome a challenge, you prove to yourself that you're capable and resilient. This confidence becomes a foundation for tackling bigger goals and taking greater risks. It's a self-reinforcing cycle. Struggle leads to growth, which builds confidence, which empowers you to face new struggles. Finally, embracing struggle transforms your entire approach to life. You stop waiting for perfect conditions or easy paths. You become someone who creates their own opportunities through effort and resilience. You develop a mindset that thrives in adversity and sees every challenge as a chance to become stronger and closer to your goals. Struggle is not the enemy. It's the forge that shapes champion. When you embrace it, you unlock a power within yourself that nothing else can match. This power becomes the foundation for lasting success, fulfillment, and impact. So here's the truth. Struggle isn't something to fear or avoid. It's the very thing that builds you, shapes you, and prepares you for what's next. When you stop running from it and start leaning into it, you turn every challenge into fuel for your growth. That's where real strength is born, right in the fire of struggle. Embrace it, learn from it, and let it drive you forward. Because on the other side of struggle is the success and fulfillment you've been chasing all along. Keep pushing, keep grinding. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. Goodbye, take care of you.